the Ravens last night, losing a game that nobody could have predicted except for at Boston Connor. You guys are 2-0 since you reset the schedule, reset the season right here on the show.
Feel amazing. I mean, Cam Newton's not making mistakes. That's all that matters. We can run the football, and when it does rain and the weather's like that, it's perfect for us. So thank you to Cleveland and those lakes for sending that storm our way last night.
Interesting you said that about the rain, because there are conspiracies kicking back up on the internet. Zap Viva Lazito told us, which he has a good poll today, by the way, that involves Jesus Christ. Bill Polian, I don't know if it was Bill Polian or somebody said that Bill Polian said, so I don't know if it was a quote of somebody quoting Bill Polian, but the thought that Kraft and Belichick and Ernie and them could control the weather up there has always been something that people have talked about. It's like, and up there, they can control the weather. It always seems like it happens whenever it's, it benefits them or suits them. I don't know how that would help them last night going against the Ravens team, but I do like that the internet is back on the evil empire being the evil empire again.
Well, it's not even that they control the weather. I mean, Bill Belichick knows what's going to happen in the game before the game even happens. He told Cam Newton exactly how it was going to go, and turns out that's what happened. We win by 6. It's wonderful. And that extra point, missing it, could have been terrible. I was very worried that was going to come down to the elusive extra point miss.
It's worse than a weather machine. It's a time machine.
Well, yeah, it could be, by the way.
Oh, no.
If you're the most successful dynasty in the history of the biggest league on earth, you would think that maybe those particular people would have a time machine. Yeah. Or maybe it's just they are so much smarter than everybody else when it comes to football. We get a chance to listen to Michael Lombardi, who was up there for a few years, every Monday, Thursday, Friday on the Hammer Down podcast. And when he starts talking about seeing how games play out and shit like that, it is so incredible to listen. It's insightful. And he's coming from New England. And Cam Newton, to your point, immediately after the game said something along the lines of like, I'm beginning to think that he either has a Staples Easy button or a Buffalo Wild Wings button or just a straight direct line to the football gods, because he's like a football whisperer when it comes to anticipating what the game's going to be like. That was a tweet from Jeff P. Howe on a quote from Cam Newton talking about Bill Belichick. And if you listen to Michael Lombardi speak, who was up there and was a coaching assistant up there and everything like that, or a counselor, or advisor, whatever the hell he was. I don't know what his role was up there, by the way. I just know that he was up there, and I know that when you hear him start talking about, this team, they can't really stop this, so then you do this, and then on the other side, you go ahead and do this, and then this is probably going to affect this. You start seeing the puzzle get pieced together on how the game's probably going to go, and I would assume Belichick and Ernie do that, every single game? Oh, yeah. All right, we have to work on this because I think this is going to happen and this is going to happen. You go back to the do your job part 1, I believe, on a 2-point conversion, or part 2 maybe, the 2-point conversion play. Hey, we're going to need a 2-point conversion play in this game. Let's work on a couple new ones. And then it literally comes down to a 2-point conversion. How about the pick on Russell Wilson? They ran that play. They had that entire thing. Exactly. That is a weapon to have a coach that, you would make me think that maybe he smokes a little marijuana. That he gets I'm not saying he does. He probably doesn't, I would assume. But whenever you start getting that deep into thinking, I would be intrigued to see how those meetings go. Him and Ernie just staring in a dark room with like a film on, obviously, and they see someone like, oh yeah, Julio Jones can't run to his left. So
interesting.
That probably means he's going to throw to the right. So if it goes to the right, we need our left corner to work on his left bicep a little bit. Okay. Start working out on the left bicep over there right now. Oh, it looks like they're going to score. We need 2-point plays too. A 2-point play. I mean, it is just, if that's what's happening every week, I'm not sure if that's happening everywhere else. I wouldn't be privy to those conversations, but I would assume it's not. Yeah. That's awesome to hear. And Cam Newton, this is like football school when you go up there. And that's why I wonder if his coaches don't work out everywhere else, because if you don't have the ability to have that forethought or that forevision, doesn't really matter what else you do if you don't know exactly what else is going to happen. Like, for instance, most of Belichick's assistants, when they go coach elsewhere, don't do great. No. I would assume that's potentially because you're not being told exactly what's going to happen going in there.